Hello, Klaus here, and welcome back to yet another video here at the channel. In this video, I'll show you how you can do a product shot like this. Super fast and super easy. I'll show you my setup. Stick around for the end of this video because I'm going to share a tip with you that not a lot of people are sharing. So with that out of the way, let's get right to the video. So the setup for this shot is quite simple. I have a white backdrop and then I have a black piece of fabric on the table, and on top of that I have a translucent piece of glass, and on top of that, of course, I have my bottle. So that is the setup. The lighting setup is quite easy as well, and it's kind of set up like this. From the back I have a light shining through the backdrop. From the side I have two Godox shooting into the bottle. Then at the other end of that I have a reflector with a yellow surface bouncing warm light into the bottle from the side, and then the same side I do have a light with a snoot on, and that is just lighting up the label of the bottle. So first I'm going to show you my lighting setup here. I'll show you the lights individual. First off, I'm going to show you the light from the snoot that is lighting up the label. Next up, I'm going to turn that off, and I will show you what the backlight does, turning that off, and now I'll show you one of the side light, what that does. I'll turn that off and I'll put on the second side light, so now you can see all of the lights, what they do. And here I am going to combine them all together, so now you see what they do. For the two lights from the side, I do use a diffusion material, and this is very important, but we're going to talk about that later in the video, so stick around for that. Oh, and by the way, I am shooting this little commercial pretty simple. I'm shooting this on my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro on a tripod, and it is a tripod because all the movements I'm going to do those digital afterwards. And I'm also using a spray of water like this on my product. And the main reason I'm using just water, and there is also a combination where you can use glycerin, so the drops will actually stay, but for this shot I just want the drops to move, and I am shooting this in 60 frames a second, and then I will speed that up in post so it will fit into my general shot, but I want to see the drops moving, and that's why I'm just using water. Okay, so now we're at this point of the video where we're going to talk about the diffusion material. Very often I see videos and I hear people talking about diffusion without actually telling you what kind of diffusion they're using. So you end up by trying out by using bed sheets and stuff like that to do the kind of the same light effect as you were seeing in that tutorial. And that's just because sometimes people are not clear enough what they're using for diffusion. So what I'm using for diffusion, I'm using the Lee 216, which is a pretty common diffusion in filmmaking. It's one of the most used one, and it just makes a very, very nice thing with the lights, especially if you're doing a bottle. So you can get these in rolls. I have that on a roll on a C-stand, but you can also get it in sheets, and that's a little bit cheaper, but since I am diffusing two lights with this roll of diffusion, it's easier to have it on a roll. I'll just show you so you can see the difference here without the diffusion, and here with diffusion. And here you can see the bottle side by side, diffusion on the one side and no diffusion on the other. Hopefully you can see a difference. Okay, so that was a super quick video on how to do a product shot using a bottle, diffusion and 4 lights. Hopefully you found this video useful. And if you want to learn more about filmmaking tips and tricks and even Davinci Resolve, you can check out the homepage, link will be down in the description. And of course you could check some of my other videos out here on YouTube. There is a lot of Davinci videos if you're into that kind of thing as well. Anyway, I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share it with your friends if you think it would help them out, and if you want to be notified every time there's a new video on this channel, please hit that bell icon down in the corner. Until next time, keep filming, keep learning, and keep sharing.